Yo guys, what's going on? I'm Tim Kelly. This is The Real Sports Talk. Thank you guys for tuning in. Check out my website, section215.com, facebook.com/The Real Sports Talk, and follow me on Twitter at CashKelly_TRST, KASH Kelly_TRST. Warriors and Spurs has been a tremendous series up to this point, and Game 4 did not disappoint. I think a lot of people went into this game feeling like if the Spurs were able to come away with a win in this game, that this was going to be a series that we looked back at and said the Warriors were a fun team, they gave the Spurs a good few games, but the bottom line is that talent won out in this series, and the Spurs had better talent and better coaching. That's the perspective of most people, and they were able to get out of the series really without much of a problem after the first few games. And for the first half of this one, it looked like that because the Warriors really struggled. They were extremely sloppy in the first half. Both sides were, but the Warriors especially. Stephen Curry it's clear that he's injured. He was not nearly as explosive today. Klay Thompson is not hitting as many big shots, and overall the Warriors, they were able to hang in the game, and I think that that's what was most crucial today, is that, like Hubie Brown mentioned before the end of the first half, they did not allow things to get out of control. They didn't allow the Spurs to get a huge lead, and by staying in the game, Mark Jackson and the Warriors were able to make halftime adjustments that really led to the Spurs' demise in the second half, because in the second half, while the Warriors got hot, they came out shooting hot in the third quarter. Tim Duncan was absolutely atrocious in the third quarter, shooting-wise. Everything he took either rimmed out or was short. He struggled. Tony Parker, who's injured as well, he went 6 of 17 shooting today. He did not have a particularly good game. And Manu Ginobili had 21 points, but he was 8 of 18. And I think the thing that I think about most with the Spurs today is the fact that they really missed out on a lot of opportunities they're normally not going to. Tony Parker, I don't know if he's going to get healthy in this series. The same way I don't know if Stephen Curry is going to get healthy for the Warriors. But what I do know is that Manu Ginobili, I think, is going to continue to shoot better in this series than the 8 of 18 that he shot today. And Tim Duncan just had a rough day today. 7 of 22 is not what you expect out of him, but he still grabbed 15 rebounds. He still had 2 steals, 2 blocks, only turned the ball over once. And I think the bottom line is that Tim Duncan's going to play better. Kawhi Leonard is going to play better. And I think that the Spurs in this series, while the Warriors are going to make this a 6 or 7 game series, and I think that that is clear at this point, I still look at the Spurs as the favorite and potentially even the favorite in the Western Conference still, because I think that they're the best team left. I look at Tim Duncan and what he still brings to the table. At halftime, his stat line looked extremely good. I think he had 14 points, but in the second half, only 5 points. While the Warriors could certainly, like I'm saying, there's things for the Spurs that could go well that would allow them to make this an easy series. There are things for the Warriors. They could get Stephen Curry healthy again. Klay Thompson can hit some big threes like he was earlier on in this series. He didn't have any threes today and earlier on in the playoffs. So those things could turn around for the Warriors, but I think that there's no way, if they don't, that the Warriors have any chance to realistically win this series, because the Spurs are just not going to play as bad as they did today. Tim Duncan struggled, Kawhi Leonard struggled, Tony Parker struggled, Danny Green, pretty much everyone from the field struggled for the Spurs today. They were out-rebounded in the second half, which was a huge adjustment by Mark Jackson and the Warriors, and I just do not see that happening for the remainder of the series. So the Warriors are fun. If there's any team in the playoffs right now, I'm a Sixers fan, that I'm rooting for, it is certainly the Golden State Warriors. I've always liked this team. I love the uniforms. I love the crowd environment at Oracle, but I really do believe that the San Antonio Spurs are going to be the team that when it's all said and done, end up winning this series. I'm Tim Kelly. This is The Real Sports Talk, and I'll catch you guys next time.